Hi, and welcome to Healthy Lifestyle with Eraldo, a show dedicated to helping you live a longer and healthier life while giving you the inside scoop on all of the latest fitness, health, and lifestyle trends. And of course, most importantly, having fun while doing it. So let's get right to it. Spring is in the air, and so are all of those pesky germs and viruses that linger around. With many folks traveling this season, it's important to know how to stay safe and healthy. Well, here to talk about spring travel safety is medical and lifestyle expert Dr. David Anthony Gruner. Hi, David. How are you?
How you doing, Eraldo?
Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me.
All right, so let's get to the first question. Now, springtime is just around the corner, and that we know that it's hard to stay safe while traveling. Is that right, or?
It's not hard if you use common sense in general.
Okay.
Some of the major things and pointers that I would use, anytime you're in a group environment where there's a lot of people congested in a small area, for instance, on an airplane or a bus, one of the things you really need to do is you need to kind of sanitize your area. So one of the key things to have along, which most people do anyway, is a hand sanitizer. So you can wipe down your area. It kills most germs, kills most viruses and bacteria, things that can easily make you sick.
Okay.
Another thing that people don't think about very often is you have to stay hydrated. So being in an airplane can dehydrate you significantly. The pressure equalization in the cabin, it's like an air conditioner. So it actually dehydrates you, it sucks fluid out of the air, and that dries up your mucous membranes, or things like your nose, your mouth, your gut. Your mucous membranes in your body is your body's first barrier to defense against microorganisms. Correct,
okay.
So all the immunoglobulins and things that would defend your body against organisms need that hydration to really stay effective. So the more you can hydrate yourself and prevent yourself from dehydration, the more protected you're going to be.
Off, right? Absolutely.
100%.
And now, how often do you travel then?
Sometimes I travel 3-4 times a week. Sometimes I don't travel for a month. You know, it just depends on the time of year and how busy things are.
Okay.
I stay hydrated though, that's for sure.
Stay hydrated, right? That's absolutely. I love water. I've increased my water intake so much, and I feel so much better about it too. So, give me a number one tip for staying safe while you're traveling.
You know, one of the other things, also related to hydration is drinking on a plane. I mean, beverages come around and everybody partakes in alcohol typically. Bad idea. Bad idea for many reasons, and because you're set up for dehydration. Okay. I mean, you have a much worse hangover. You know, hangover is part of dehydration.
Yes, yeah, of course.
You're gonna irritate your body's immune system, and you're gonna decrease your ability to defend yourself against other organisms. Okay. Sanitizer is a good thing, and one of the other things, if you can, you should always get up and walk around the cabin. One of the risks that people are not aware of, one of the risks that people are not really aware about while traveling is what's called deep vein thrombosis.
Deep vein thrombosis.
Correct. So your veins return blood from your extremities back to your heart. Okay. Obviously, there's no heart in your legs pumping blood back. Correct. So what happens is your muscular contraction of your legs actually help push the blood towards your heart, and the lack of those muscular contractions make blood sit in your legs. Okay. So that problem, when blood sits around for a long time, it does a few things. It irritates the muscles, it irritates nerves. True. But more importantly, it puts you at risk for blood clots. Oh, okay. And those blood clots can actually go to your lungs, where it can cause a big problem. Actually, last year, I don't know if you remember or not, there was a big thing on the news about Delta Airlines and a guy that had a huge blood clot in his leg.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was exactly that situation. So they were stuck on the tarmac for several hours. The guy was complaining of leg pain the whole time. Right. Eventually broke off and went to his lung, and he had a life-threatening situation.
Oh my God. So
the biggest way you can prevent that is by getting up and actually moving throughout the flight.
Okay. Yeah, of course. That exercise, I guess, it comes all down to that. What is the biggest health concern traveling? I mean,
the biggest health risk, I think, is that one I told you about. Other risks with people with lung disease, for instance, they're at more risk for what's called pneumothorax, or collapsed lung. So those type of people can actually have a spontaneous collapsed lung while pressurized in the air. Blood clotting is a big risk, and that's a risk that just the general population has. And then the risk of contagious diseases like the flu, the common cold, etc. Anytime you're in a very confined area, that's going to be a much higher risk. So the best way you can kind of prevent yourself from getting those things are, obviously staying away from a sick person, sanitizing your area, and staying hydrated.
Okay. And how do you stay safe while you're traveling, like waiting for a flight or something? What are some things you can do to prepare yourself before you go on board?
Wear loose-fitting clothing, things that are going to make it very easy.
Circulation, make it easier, okay?
Yeah, less confining. I'm going to keep beating on the hydration thing.
No, absolutely.
That's very, very, very important, and that's the number one thing if you can take away from this whole talk today is really stay hydrated and really get up and walk.
Okay.
Movement is good for your body. Your body doesn't like to stay stagnant, and it doesn't like to be dry.
And an item that you can bring with you, a number one item you can bring with you?
A sanitary spray, a hand sanitizer, something like that is probably the best thing to just kind of clean up your area.
Okay, yeah, and let's talk about one thing, the Zika virus. I know that's been given a lot of attention lately. Can you elaborate a little bit?
It's kind of like the fab of it's like the hyped up disease right now. Actually, the Zika virus is relatively benign for most people that get it. It has very flu-like symptoms, and it doesn't really affect most people in an adverse way. The real risk for Zika, as far as anyone knows right now, is the risk with pregnant women transmitting it to their baby. One of the things that people don't realize about the Zika virus is you can get it from more ways just than mosquitoes.
Right.
Unprotected sex, you can get Zika virus. Nobody really talks about that very much. You can also get it from blood transfusions. So anytime that you're having blood transfer from one person to their ex, you can get it.
Well, anyway, real quickly, a website where people can go to get more information?
www.nyc, like the city, surgical, surgical.net.
Oh, beautiful. Dr. Grunow, thank you very much for being
so
with
much.
us today. All right, no problem. Okay, guys, up next, he has fed some of the most famous people in the world. The one and only Chef Wolfgang Puck joins us when Healthy Lifestyle returns in just a moment.